Okay, big announcement, everyone. Gayle's going up to space. The date for her mission is set, and she is one of 6 crew members taking part in Blue Origin's 11th human flight, traveling 62 miles above the Earth's surface. And here's the date. Here's the date. Drum roll, please.
Yes.
April 14th at 9:30 a.m.
That's a Monday, I believe.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Who's keeping track?
Exactly. How are you counting down the days?
I'm going to start the countdown April 1st.
It's so exciting. Gayle,
start.
you're making this journey, of course, with Katy Perry, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Nguyen, Carrie Ann Flynn, and Lauren Sanchez. CBS News will bring you special coverage on the morning of the launch. We are all so excited for you. How are you feeling?
Guys, they are such a good team, and I am. Listen, I've made no secret of the fact that I'm very nervous, but also very excited. And I only ask people when you see me on the street, please don't tell me that not to go. Please don't tell me what the hell am I thinking. I just want people to cheer me on and be happy for me at this moment, because I really am excited. And people are messing with my head. So I just would really appreciate good wishes and good thoughts at this particular time. I'm nervous enough.
I love that you put that on the world. We are wishing you all those things, and I'm super
excited. Because
I'm
intending to come back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Just so you know. Yeah. Shauna, you can't get rid of me. I'm intending to come back.
Gayle, what's the thing you're most excited about?
Well, I'm excited. Favorite grandson Lucas said to me the other day, Gayla, can I go with you on the rocket ship? I go, Kirby, can he go? No. So I'm excited that he's so excited. I'm excited that favorite daughter Kirby, favorite son Will, Oprah, of course, is going to be there. They'll all be there cheering me on. And just what it means to women, A, that I'm doing it at this particular stage of my life, that I'm doing something I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think it takes courage to do. And I want to feel... That's what I'm really looking forward to. William Shatner. He had a big impact on me when he came back. So I'm really just excited to see what it's going to be like.
It's good that journalists are going to space. It's good that you're going to space because you're going to come back and tell stories about it for years.
But that was Lauren Sanchez put this team together, and she said, I want people who are storytellers, who will really spread the word about what this is. She was very deliberate in the people that she chose. I'm flattered that she included me in the group. And I do think it's good to be able to come back and say what it was like.
And your favorite grandson and favorite granddaughter are going to be able to say, my grandmother went to space. Who can say that? It's amazing.
Very few people.
So excited.
Our Gayle is going to be defying gravity in just 3 days. Have you heard? But look, before heading out here to Texas, Gayle and I visited the American Museum of Natural History back in New York City. That is where astrophysicist Jackie Faherty gave us a preview of what Gayle will be looking at 62 miles above the Earth. Check it out.
So when we look out, we'll see that view? I thought we were going to see a little round ball.
You're going to see a view like this where you get the curvature of the planet. You will reach an altitude where the atmosphere gets thinner, 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 and then the sky will start to turn dark. And darker and darker. And it'll be so cool. I have to say...
How cool was it just to do that?
I was going to say, Vlad, her enthusiasm was so infectious.
Yes.
I felt excited just talking to her.
Yeah, she was incredibly infectious because, and she held your hands and she said,
she did.
You remember, Gayle? She said, Gayle, go do this. Go do this.
I'm relying on the kindness of strangers a lot these days, I have to say.
And so after we spoke to Jackie, Gayle and I then sat down to talk about how she's feeling. And as she's getting ready to experience the real thing, I wanted to know a little bit more about it. Check it out. Okay, Gayle, I first want to talk about what we just saw.
Yes.
How did that make you feel?
That was actually very helpful, Vlad, because as you know, I'm a nervous Nelly about all of this process. So for her to walk us through it, it just put me in awe myself to think, I'm going to go there? Like, I'm going to be above there? I'm going to be above the curvature? I know that, but there's something about seeing it that puts it in a different perspective.
Let's talk about perspective, because for as long as humans have been around, tens of billions of human beings have looked to the stars and they've wondered what it would be like if you could go there. The number of people who've actually experienced that, who've actually gone into space, would probably not even fill a Broadway theater.
It is very daunting when you think about the small number of people that have actually done it.
Yeah.
I still get very uncomfortable when people say astronaut. I by no means feel like an astronaut. They said, but Gayle, if you go to space, you're an astronaut.
Boom. You're an astronaut.
Make it go boom, boom, boom. Make it go boom, boom, boom.
This was never, ever, ever my dream. And then I started thinking about it, Vlad. I thought about the opportunity, the experience, the message that it would send. There was something about being part of the first female team to me. The group of women that they put together is so extraordinary to me that I thought, wow, why would I not want to be a part of that? And then when favorite daughter Kirby, favorite son Will, when they were excited about it, and Oprah, of course, because I had heard they were going to do an all-female thing, because I said, I would go if you would go. She goes, well, you ain't going, 'cause I'm never doing that. I certainly thought she was going to say no. And if any of the three of them had said, I don't think it's a good idea, or I'm worried, I wouldn't have done it. But they were all so excited and enthusiastic for me.
If they were afforded the opportunity, if Will or Kirby or Oprah...
I refuse to answer that question.
Why, Gayle?
No.
What would you say to them? Because you're a mom.
I don't think I would go, yay, you should go.
I mean, my mom wouldn't.
But that's interesting.
My mom would say no.
Why am I not there? Why am I not? That's an interesting question.
Your grandchildren are
Yes.
excited.
Well,
for you.
Luca's 3, so he understands.
He understands.
He'll be 4 in September, so he knows Guyla's going on a rocket ship and he wanted to go.
What does he call you?
Guyla.
And
Gaia.
explain what that is.
Well, I was pushing for Gaia
Which is?
because it's a Mother Earth. Oh, Vlad, yes.
That's why I'm trying to get it out of you. Because
I didn't even think about yeah. Mother Earth, yes.
He calls you Gaia,
Gaia,
which
yes.
is short for Gaia, which
Wow.
is short for Earth, and you're going to be above the surface of the Earth, seeing
Look
it
at
from
you
the sky.
connecting those dots. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, it's what we
goes,
do.
Vlad goes, that's what I do.
You're going up on Blue Origin's vehicle at a time that some say is complicated for Jeff Bezos, the owner. The founder of Amazon has faced some criticism for his company's business practices. He's been under scrutiny and under fire for what people say is meddling in the newsroom of the Washington Post, which he bought a few years ago. Is there a risk, or do you see a risk that this flight is seen by some as an ad for Blue Origin or an ad for Jeff Bezos? And how do you think about that?
Listen, it is troubling to me too. There have been some questions and decisions that he's made that I've actually gone, huh? But I think in this particular case, Vlad, this is so much bigger than one man and one company. I've chosen to separate the two. It's not a zero-sum game. They don't have to be, you can do this on one hand and you can do this on the other hand. And both things can be true.
How do you feel like Black social media? People are like, don't go, sis.
Oh, yes, yeah.
We want to protect you.
Yeah. Why are you doing it? This is for white people. Why are you doing
I
it?
haven't seen that, but...
Yes, yeah. Someone said that to me directly. Why are you doing it? They're going to leave you up there. You know, why are you doing it? You could get stranded. I mean, none of those things are going to happen. Number one, I certainly don't think it's for white people. That's number one. Number two, someone said, Gayle, you just have to interpret it as a way that people care so much about you. And so I am trying to process it like that.
I've been on a plane with you, Gayle, and I see...
Oh, I'm a nervous flyer.
I do know you're a nervous flyer.
Yes.
I've seen you when there's turbulence.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that moment when you achieve weightlessness.
I'm actually really looking forward to that.
You are?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that.
Tell me why.
I'm looking forward to just floating in space and just seeing what that feels like and what that looks like. That's the thing I'm most looking forward to, that and looking out the window. Mm-hmm. But I found myself wondering, how do you get back into your seat? After you get out of the seat and you're floating around, how do you get back down to your seat? Is it like swimming back down? I'll learn that in training.
Yeah.
And try to float with some dignity.
This is all the more impressive because you're 70 years old.
Yes, yes.
You know when you're little and you see somebody who's 40.
They seem old.
They seem old.
I have no hang-ups about my age.
What did you think you would be doing when you were 70?
Listen, in no world would I have thought this was possible 6 months ago that I'd be going to space at 70. It just shows you that it's true, you can dream God can dream a bigger dream for you than you can dream for yourselves. It also tells you what's possible at this age. I look at some of these young people and say, keep up. So I don't have hang-ups about 70 and what that means and what that represents. I just think, you know, everybody can define it for themselves.
What are you hoping that others get out of this, seeing you, watching you, living this moment with you? What do you hope they get out of it?
I hope that they'll feel proud of me, that they'll be happy for me, to know that I pulled this off, that it will be an inspiration to somebody at some point in their lives. That's what I hope. That's what I hope.
I think you're going to get that.
That was a nice
piece
conversation.
Came out really well. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
Vlad.
great. I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
I always love when I'm able to just chat with you one-on-one. And we had an incredible team of producers who put this together, led by Martin Finn.
We have a good team at CBS.
We really do. We really
Yes.
do. So one thing that we didn't talk about is what you're allowed to bring up with you
so this
into outer
is
space.
my space bag. So anything you can fit in here, you can bring. I wanted to just show you everything, but Shauna said I couldn't, so I can only show you 3 things. Shauna sometimes steals my joy. First thing, this is from Drew Barrymore. I love this. Drew had this made for me. It's a locket
This is
with
so
Kirby and Will
beautiful.
that I'm definitely going to take. I don't know if we can wear jewelry in space. Somebody said you can't wear jewelry, but we'll see.
You can bring it in the
But I'm
bag,
going to
though,
take
right?
this in my bag
And it's
for
got
sure.
the 2 little pictures
And
of...
it's got Kirby, favorite daughter Kirby, favorite son Will, their pictures in it. Thank you, Drew. I really love this. From favorite grandson Luca, this is one of his favorite people. I don't want to decapitate him, but this is Tamir.
It would not be good.
This
It's a
is
morning
Tamir
show.
from Sesame Street. So Tamir's going.
Tamir's going to space.
And then I just got this the other day from Jared. I hope Jared's working today. He's our jib guy.
Oh my gosh.
His daughter Denise made this.
Denise.
These are all the planets that Denise made. Patty, how old is Denise?
7.
Denise is 7. These are all the planets. There's an astronaut, there's a rocket ship, and there's a star. Thank you, Denise.
That's so beautiful.
So
And there's more in there, but those are the 3 that
but
you
maybe
wanted to
later.
show.
Maybe later.
We're so excited. And
Yes, thank you, Vlad.
all can watch Gayle's trip to space on Blue Origin Monday in a special hour of CBS Mornings starting at 9 a.m. Eastern,
Tell
6 a.m.
Paul W.
Pacific.
Downs I said hi. I love that show. Sorry I'm missing him. Hi, Paul. We are really excited about our next guest because she and I are about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime together. Amanda Nguyen is her name. She's a civil rights activist and an astronaut, and soon she will become the first Vietnamese and Southeast Asian woman to travel to space. Wow. And guess what? I get to go. Oh boy, look at that. This spring, along with 4 other women, we are heading to space on a historic Blue Origin flight. Why? Because it's the first time we'll be an all-female crew. And just this week, Nguyen released her new book. It's called Saving 5, a memoir of hope. She shares her story of healing after being sexually assaulted in her senior year of college at Harvard and pausing her astronaut dreams to become an advocate for survivors. And we're really excited. So glad to meet you in person. Amanda Nguyen is here in the studio. Hello, Amanda.
Hello, crewmate.
Yeah, hello, crewmate. I want to talk about the memoir because, A, I've never seen anything like it. And the way that you wrote it, where you're talking to your it's called Saving 5 because you focus on your 5-year-old self, your 22-year-old self, your 30-year-old self. And you say the 2 most important ages of the people you want to make proud are your 5-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. Why did you pick those 2 ages? Why is that so important to you?
Well, you know, first of all, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I picked 5-year-old and 80-year-old because really, I think the purpose in our lives is to live out our full potential and to make ourselves proud. So whether that be moments of fear that we conquer or whether that be living out our dreams, truly what I want people to know is that their dreams matter and can still come true.
And the thing that really moved me about the book is that you had to put your dreams on hold after sexual assault, where you had to make a choice between your career or justice, and you decided to pursue justice.
Yes. Yeah, my memoir goes about how I took my telescope and traded it for a pen. I drafted the Sexual Assault Survivor Bill of Rights, and the United States Congress and the United Nations passed that unanimously. And after 10 years of fighting for my rights, I finally get to honor the person that I was before I was hurt. And Gayle, you're part of that happy ending.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amanda. But when you talk about the Survivors' Bill of Rights, I think we should really focus on what you did to make this happen. Because before you, the rape kits were destroyed in Massachusetts after how many days?
6 months.
After 6 months. In New York, it was 30 days.
That's right.
And many times after 6 months, women can't decide what, if anything, they want to do. and you got that law changed. But yet you have never used the rape kit in your own particular case.
Yeah, I wanted to preserve my ability to have justice in the future. You know, I think that it is such a harrowing choice for survivors to survive through, you know.
Yes.
For me, justice can come in many different forms. I wanted to make sure that no one had to go through what I had to go through.
Yeah.
But revisiting it, not only in your activism, but now in this book, how are you able to do that? That's not easy.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, I think my life is an exercise in doing really hard things, but I really want everyone to know that going through grief and fighting for your justice is something that is worth it. And if you're able to find the courage to do so, it can be a healing experience.
You know, Gayle mentioned speaking to the 5-year-old version of yourself. What would you say to that little girl right now, knowing what life is going to throw her way?
Look at that picture, Nate.
Oh, yeah, that is me.
Look at that, yeah.
I would tell my 5-year-old that you matter. You know, it doesn't matter where you come from, but what matters is where you're going. And I think that all of us could have our dreams deferred. We've had to make sacrifices, and for anyone who's reading this, I want them to know that their dreams can still come true.
But what's so great about the book, guys, is that you're talking to the 5, the 22, the 18, the 30, they're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And they all give different, I've never seen a memoir written that way. And I think it's so powerful and so effective, the way you lay out everybody's storyline and how they're all dealing with different things at different times.
Yes.
Bravo.
Thank you so much. I wanted people to find a roadmap for themselves. So I wanted them to read it and ask themselves what would they say to their 5-year-old self and 15-year-old self, because all parts of us have things to teach us.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of roadmaps, there's a roadmap to space that Tony and I, we're not familiar with.
And
but
neither is Gayle.
You are. What was your reaction when you learned that you were joining this star-studded crew, which includes Katy Perry, philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, aerospace engineer Aisha Bowe, a film producer Carrie Ann Flynn.
It is amazing.
And of course, Gayle King.
Yes.
What did you think?
Lauren Sanchez,
Is that what you guys are going to look like?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I love it too.
Spacesuit looks good on you, Gayle.
What a historic crew. And you know, each one of my crewmates represents a community. I'm so proud to be representing mine as the first Vietnamese woman in space. I'll actually be doing 2 science experiments to honor that.
Oh, wow.
One is on plant pathology in partnership with the Vietnamese National Space Center. And the second is on menstruation. It's on women's health.
Wow.
Women were actually barred for becoming astronauts at NASA early on.
We have to do
Menstruation was one of
experiments?
the-
I thought we were...
Because of that reason?
Wow.
Yes, because of menstruation, but they didn't have the data to back that up. And so I am gathering.
Amanda, are you afraid?
I am not.
were
I'm
not
so
afraid.
excited to go. It's
Can you console Gayle? Gayle's a little worried, Amanda.
I'm serious. How are you not afraid?
No, I really think back to my family and how they're boat refugees in Vietnam. And if they could go through that journey, then I can go through this too.
Okay, well, you may have to be petting me like a puppy.
I will hold your hand.
I'm really
every
excited,
step of
but
the
I'm
way.
also very afraid. I'm so excited to be part of this crew with you and the other women. Really.
Likewise,
I'm
likewise.
really, really psyched about it. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you very much.
The book, Saving 5, A Memoir of Hope, is on sale now wherever you like to buy your books. We are heading to space together in just 11 days. 11 days, Aisha Bowe and I. She's a former NASA rocket scientist, aerospace engineer, thank you very much, and a 2-time tech company founder. And soon, she will become the first person of Bahamian heritage to fly on a spacecraft. Wow, think about that. On April 14th, we are blasting off on an historic all-female crew mission with Blue Origin. We're very happy to say that Aisha joins us in the studio. I am just in awe of you. I really am. I said, I want to be Aisha when I grow up because you were so calm, you were so controlled, you were so poised. And I look at myself, I'm just a bottle of nerves. I feel terrified and excited. You feel none of those things. Tell me why, Aisha, tell me.
I have been preparing for this moment my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, I started my career thinking I was allergic to math, right?
Yeah.
In school, I did not want to do calculus. And here I'm sitting here, and I'm just like, we are going to space.
I mean, you were also told as a little girl, I love her backstory, that you actually dreamed too big.
Yeah.
When you talked about going to space, they said you need to make your dreams smaller. What were you told you should be doing?
I was told I couldn't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't, and I can't.
Oh.
And I did. I went from community college to studying aerospace at the University of Michigan to working at NASA for 6 years.
But they said you should be a cosmetologist. Didn't they tell you
Yeah.
that? You should go to hairdressing school. Nothing wrong with that, but you were thinking other things that you wanted to do.
It was so limiting at the time, and I've really dedicated my career to demonstrating that you decide who and what it is that you want to be, not others.
A lot of kids are interested in rockets and space flight and things that fly, but they also run up against math and they think, I'm bad at math. They tell themselves that, they believe it. How did you get yourself out of that headspace where you didn't think you could do the work?
What I realized was that I had internalized a narrative that was false. And once I tuned the noise out and I only focused on what I wanted to do, I realized that I could do it. And I think it's so important to take control of how you speak to yourself.
Yeah.
You must tell yourself that you can, regardless of what the outside world says. And once I did that, I started small. I said, I just want to pass my calculus class. I got an A. And from there, I continued to strive, I continued to dream, and I continued to achieve.
Yeah, you stopped subscribing to what other people were projecting onto you. What was your reaction when you learned about this star-studded group of exceptional women,
that
which
smile.
includes Gayle, of course, superstar Katy Perry, we have philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, civil rights activist Amanda Nguyen, film producer Carrie Ann Flynn, and you, of course. What was it like when you heard about the crew?
You mean once I stopped screaming and wiggling?
Yeah.
Like even now, I'm so excited. I mean, I don't want to go to a world that doesn't include journalism. I don't want to go to another world that doesn't include music or filmmaking and art. And so I'm so excited that this crew represents the best in the future of humanity.
Yeah.
And it's really space for the benefit of Earth.
Yeah, yesterday we showed the special April digital edition of Elle magazine where you guys were all on the cover and you guys met in person for the first time. What was that like?
Aisha,
you guys looked fantastic, by the
We
way.
looked good there.
Looked
We
ridiculous.
did.
But hold
We
on,
did.
I heard you guys were supposed to have this like blue steel look, but one person was just cheesing her little butt away.
I know. I always look like a grinny hinny, but I mean, you had the smile down immediately when they said, Gayle, don't open your mouth, just smile with your lips closed. But there is something about taking that picture, all meeting for the first time, that I was so blown away by everybody's backstory, yours in particular, because coming from the Bahamas, your dad wanted to be an astronaut at one time. What excites you the most, though, about this trip? I know
I'm
what you said
excited about all the people we're going to inspire. In fact, my mentee works at Blue Origin. I met her when she was 13 years old, and she comes up to me and she says, I want to be an aerospace engineer. And so from 13 to her working at NASA, to me being there with her through college, to her working on the rocket engines at Blue Origin, I know that this and what we do matters. People are going to see you. It's going to be like 10, 15 years from now, and they're going to go, Gayle, I did it because I saw you. I did it because I saw all of you reach for the sky, and I knew I could too.
I keep saying to Aisha and to Amanda, really, that they are really my support humans, because I really am in awe of such young women. You said one of your main things you're worried about is streaking your makeup through the tears. That's your main concern, streaking your makeup through the tears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, we've been testing setting sprays. I need to make sure we have the makeup in tight, because I'm going to be so excited, and we cannot streak.
But the preparation you've been doing, we saw you in a plane. I will never do that. You wanted to feel the G-force, because I thought if I do those things and I get too, like that, I'll get that.
Woo!
I thought I'd get too uncomfortable. I wouldn't be able to do it. You're doing that. Why? Why are you doing that?
I think it's important to show how you prepare for a commercial space flight. Most people have no idea what is involved in going to space. And there are space regulations, and me kind of being a space nerd felt that this was an opportunity for me to share some sunlight and show how do you prepare for space and make sure you're physically and mentally prepared.
So, Gayle, you're
Well,
not,
if at one point I crawl in your lap, just pet me like a puppy.
you're not doing any of the G-force training beforehand?
No.
You're just going to feel it
No,
live?
most people are not doing that. She's doing that. Most of us
Gayle's
are
a
not doing
natural.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's ready for it. Aisha, thank you
I know,
so much for
Aisha.
doing
I'm a natural.
We appreciate you.
Nate got jokes.
Now listen, you can watch our trip to space on Blue Origin in a special extra hour of CBS Mornings on Monday, April 14th. The launch is set for about 9:30, so we hope it goes according to plan. That is 6:30 a.m. Pacific.
We are back, 8:30, CBS Mornings. Very special talk at the table because we are T-1 week from your big day. When you're going to space, Gayle. Just reminding you, you are going to space.
I'm like, that's not in the script here.
You're not going to need this. You're not going to need. I could take this away from you. I'm sorry. We'll talk about Billie Jean King tomorrow. We know you've had some big feelings about this.
I don't want to do this.
No.
Gayle, you don't even know what's going on.
I know, but whatever it is, I don't want to do it.
We put together a little video with all of our closest friends here, wishing you the absolute best.
Because Tony, you know I'm nervous about it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to go like this.
I get it. But this is a group of people who are wishing
Shauna
you.
said, "Don't do that right now." Okay.
This is a group of people wishing you the best, who are in awe of you and wanted to say so on camera. Isn't that right, Nate?
That's right. So we wanted to share a little special message for you.
Okay.
So roll the tape.
Gayle, you're going to space.
You're going to space, and we're so excited for you.
To infinity and beyond.
You get to do this thing and come back and tell a story that only you can tell.
It's going to be awesome. It's amazing. It is beyond anything you can ever expect.
You'll be an astronaut.
I cannot wait for you and I to take a ride to space.
I know you're a little nervous. I was too. That's natural. We are putting our bodies on rockets.
This is wild, Gayle. You're putting a lot of trust in these people. But we have trust in you.
Gayle, we could go to Space Mountain. I could take you out to Six Flags and we could get on a roller coaster. We could even go to the carnival and get on a rocket ship.
First of all, Gayle, do not unbuckle until they say you can unbuckle.
They will give you a maximum absorbency garment, AKA an adult diaper, so you'll be fine.
If you feel a little queasy, don't throw up, because it'll float in the air and get in everybody's hair, and that's nasty.
Get over to a window as soon as possible and linger there as long as possible.
And remember, keep your eyes open.
Seeing the Earth from space is just incredible.
Enjoy the ride up. Should be exciting. And I wish you and your crewmates well.
All systems are go. Countdown to launch starts now.
It's an adventure of a lifetime. Something you've never done before and you will never do again. Embrace the journey.
Take in each microsecond of the experience, the beauty, the awe, and the wonder.
Once you go to space, you're going to get the question that all of us get, and that is, did you see any aliens? So this is my alien. His name is Paul.
Here's wishing you a safe journey and the joy of discovery.
One small step for Gayle King, one giant step for all of us journalists.
Gayle, the sky's the limit. We are so proud of you. I know this is not easy, but you can do it. We love you. Take a picture of us up there.
Best of luck, and I can't wait to pick your brain as soon as you get home.
That was so nice. That was really nice.
Gayle, this is so special.
That was really nice.
Billions of people have walked the earth, and only a handful have left the earth, even for a moment, and you get to be one of them.
I know. I'm still, to be honest, Tony, still really overwhelmed by it, really excited about it, but very frightened too, but I am really excited about it. And I can't wait to see what all the chatter is about, how I feel, or how I will feel, how I will be changed. I am. But I am also trying to. I keep looking at my watch. What's my heart rate now? Because I can't even. I'm not even sleeping.
Yeah,
I'm not even sleeping. I've
Tony
started the
makes
countdown.
such a great point. There's so many people that took their last breath and were laid to rest, and were curious about what the world looks like from that vantage point. And you
But I've
are
never
one of
been that
the
person,
most,
Nate.
But,
That's why this
but
is
you
so
are one of
surprising
the most
to me.
curious people
That
I've
is
ever
true.
met, Gayle.
That is true.
And now you get to answer
Some would say
curiosities.
nosy. I prefer curious. Yeah.
And you are, and you know how to communicate. And so you will bring back this experience, and you will connect with everybody at home and all of us who don't get to do it.
Yeah.
And so you're bringing that privilege to everybody.
See, I'm doing it for you.
Thank you.
And Gayle, I have something for you that you could take with you. It's a CBS Mornings Deals product. So Abriel Kerr will be with us in just a bit.
Will it be a charger?
Bring a charger.
No, maybe it'll be a charger.
It's a new camera that can instantly print photos for you. You can use that there. But that is coming up next. First, it's time to check your local weather.